Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a phenomenally gifted, talented playwright, one of the Midwest best, the one and only, the only one, Mrs. J. McClain. How you doing, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, people? How are you? Hello. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Jay.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing.
You putting in work?
Putting in work.
When you start? When did you first start writing these phenomenal plays? Because I've just been hearing about them and seeing them and hearing about them. I'm going to check out your next play. We'll talk about that in a minute. But when did you first get started with this?
Actually, when I first got started, I was actually 10 years old.
10?
Wrote my first stage play in the 5th grade.
Well, you wrote your first. Come on now.
Yeah, I did. I got an award, the Young Writers Award, back then in 1980. Michigan Chronicle would give awards to kids that wrote plays and different literature pieces. And my teacher, Mr. Clyde Jefferson, may he rest in peace.
Wow.
Sent my paper, my play in, and they came to my 5th grade graduation and gave me an award.
Get out of here.
For Young Writers Award, yes.
You're a prodigy.
I guess.
You know what that means? Wait. Don't everybody get one of those. You are a prodigy. So at age 10, you write your first play. What was the name of your first play at age 10?
Harriet Tubman Goes Underground.
Harriet Tubman Goes Underground.
Yeah, it was about the Underground Railroad, and I wrote a little play for it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
At age 10?
At age 10, believe it.
Wow, so you're destined to do this.
Yes, I believe so.
You were like a child prodigy doing this. All right. So now everybody's I put out a Facebook search, you know, all over the country. I'm like, but it was exclusively for the Midwest, though. I have to be honest. I said, guys, who is the best playwright right now? Who's the hottest playwright? Okay. And then, I expected the typical names.
Right, of course.
And the people that you respect.
Yeah,
people
definitely.
You respect.
Mad respect for.
But I had no idea. People were like, yeah, J. McClain. I'm like, who is J. McClain? Who is he? No, it's a female. It's J. McClain.
That's what everybody think I'm a male.
I know, so I'm apologizing because I know you are doing it, right? So I've got my head in the sand. So J. McClain. And it said about 6 or 7 people said the same thing. And so I said, okay, well, let me reach out. So they were like, yeah, you need to check out this. So tell us about some of your plays. One in particular I really like. It was called The Lies They Told.
The Lies They Told. The Lies They Told was that was the first play that I took on tour. Wow. We didn't go that far with it, because it was new. Okay. And it was, because at that time I was really up and coming. So you definitely need the financial support to do such things.
Of course.
But it was a really good play. I was blessed to work with Carl Anthony Payne from the Martin Show.
Carl, yeah.
He was in the play. Tasha Page Lockhart. She was in the play. The great and legendary Grammy Award winning Miss Ann Nesby was in my play.
Oh my God, I love Ann Nesby.
The Grammy Award winning Tamika Scott from Escape was in my set in that play. Yes. The great comedian, Midwest Detroit song comedian Bobo Lamb. He was in the play as well. So it was. That play was like really an exciting play because that was my first big production. Okay. Yes.
And you took that out on the road. Bobo Lamb, shout out to Bobo Lamb. I actually took Bobo Lamb out on his very first show on the road.
Oh wow, that's what's up. Bobo. Me and him went to high school together.
Bobo was my main man. He set the stage for me. He was like, we killed Pittsburgh. He's gonna be saying, "Yeah, you're right. Skeeter Murray. Skeeter Murray."
That's how he sounds.
So yeah, Bobo. So you had Carl Anthony Payne. Mm-hmm. And so where did you go? Where was the first tour? How far did you go?
We only did 2 cities.
2 cities. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But it was the great thing about it was doing Cleveland, doing Akron, Ohio, and still in Southfield, Michigan, and Millennium.
So that's 3.
Well, I guess, yeah. But I say Ohio, so it's still 2.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, it was a great experience for me, and I'm so glad that I did that because now I understand what it takes and what it will take when I get ready to take the next production on a actual 10 city tour. So that to me was like to me, God's way of saying, I'm gonna show you, this your training ground.
Right.
On what to do, what not to do again, how to do this and how not to do that. Yeah. So when you get ready to go take Devin, which is what my intentions to do, is to take Devin on tour.
Okay, we'll talk about that next. Yeah. That's your next play that's coming out, right?
Yep, Devin.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit about that. But you're so young, though. I expected this, I don't know what I expected, this older looking lady to come in here. But
okay.
Yeah, I did. I just like a grandmama type. I was just.
Did you?
How you? I mean,
you've got.
I'm sure you have a grandma. But
I'm a grandma.
You are a grandma.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, you look young. You started at 10, so quite naturally, this is something that you love to do.
Absolutely.
This is something you've been doing for quite a while.
Yes.
So now your first sellout. Tell me about your first sellout play. How did that feel when you got that first sellout?
That was phenomenal. Because it was my first play.
Wow. And your first play, you got
my first play. It was, and that's what everybody was doing. They was like, "Who's this Jay McClain?" And when I sold out, they was like,
"Oh,
who's Jay McClain?" Yeah, I sold out my first stage production.
I'm wearing it out, Jay. Wow. So do you know how hard it is to sell out? You could be in this business for years and not have a sellout.
Yes.
Do you know how rare that is to sell out on your first go round?
Yeah, everybody was telling me that. They was like, you got something. Wow. You definitely, they just said, all you need is one person to back you. And you are going to take flight.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question because, and the name of that first play was what that sold out?
The Sisters.
The Sisters? Really?
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
That was in 2012.
2012. Okay, so this is your track record, right? 2012, first one. It was 2017 now.
Yes.
It's about to be 2018.
Right.
So a 6-year window, 5?
Yep, exactly.
What is you doing?
I'm just writing.
How you doing this, Jay?
It's a gift God gave me.
How you doing this? I mean, you have people who have, and they're probably going to watch this. Right. You have people who've been doing this for years.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of those people who have been doing this for years, because there's no way you could do this without the people who laid the way, paved the way for you.
Exactly.
Okay. Who are some of those people that you definitely look up to and inspire? That inspires Jay McClain.
Right now, I would say, far as celebrity wise, I would say Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry.
And I would say that not because I'm a playwright, he a playwright, but only because he stayed stage for so long. And he does films, but comes back to the theater.
Gotcha.
A lot of people start writing and they do a few plays and they want to go straight to the screen.
Right.
But I like the fact that he respects the fact that you have to learn and grow and graduate from that stage before you can go anywhere else.
Right.
So I would say he would be the first person that I would consider looking up to. He is definitely somebody that I look up to and have mad respect for.
That's good. Tyler Perry is probably the obvious choice. Yeah. But I know still you just can't toss away the fact that he's an inspiration and he's created a template. And a lot of people don't understand this out there. If you're a playwright and if you're not following like a template like Tyler Perry established, then you need to really think about that, because that's an established template.
Yes, it is.
So you need to operate from that platform.
Absolutely.
And then take that to the next level. So, and the thing I love about Tyler Perry is that he, not only did he create this incredible body of work, but when he was ready to go to the theater, he already had a library of wealth, intellectual properties. So all he did with these great plays was he brought it to the studio, which learned from this. He took it to the studio. He said, look, these are my intellectual properties. This is what I have. All we have to do is take this, adapt this to the screen, and boom. And they saw the value in that.
Yes.
And Lionsgate gave him his first big deal.
Yes, they did.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Yes, they did.
So if you're doing plays like Jay McClain, baby,
you like saying my name, don't you?
I love it. You started at age 10. See, a lot of people didn't start at age 10, but that's okay. That's okay. But you started at age 10, so this is something that you are going to be doing for quite some time.
Yes, I am.
So I do see success in you. Because
Thank
your
you.
plays,
I see you that.
Yeah, I've seen. Let's take a look at one of your trailers.
Okay.
Okay. And you'll describe what we're watching.
Okay, no problem.
anything about her at all, you would be the one to hit that door.
No, don't touch me. Treat me like you want somebody to treat your child.
I could dial 911 if something happened to you.
Before you think about telling me a lie, you need to know. If I test it,
One thing I can't stand is a lying ass, cheating ass, no good ass man.
Calvin! Calvin!
Woo! Woo! Okay. All right. What prompted you? What was the inspiration behind that play?
The Last Cry was a little bit of personal and a little bit of just seeing what's going on in the world today with relationships and stuff, because everybody writes a play about the man left the woman left the man, and he left me, I need a man, well, my man that Jesus prayed for a man. Hallelujah, man. I didn't want to write something like that. Right. I wrote that play because I wanted everybody to see it from all angles. From the angle of a man, from an angle of a woman. I wanted men to understand why there are so many broken women. It had nothing to do with relationships. It had everything to do with childhood issues.
Gotcha. The luggage.
You know, and maybe it would help a lot of them understand that sister that they love, but she can't receive the love because of the brokenness.
Exactly. She hasn't gotten past
and you know, and the fathers not understanding how important your love to your daughter is.
Gotcha.
The mothers that you beat up on the child because you hurt,
right?
And that child cares. So it had so many subliminal messages. It was a message in there for everybody. That's truly how I try to write. I don't like to do the man bashing. Right. I don't do the female bashing. I do the we all need a wake up call.
We all need therapy.
Yes.
Right. Because hurt people hurt.
Yes.
People.
Yes, they do.
That's what they do.
Yes.
And then a lot of people when they write a play. Like I'm a writer. I write from a position of my experience, from a position of pain. I use pain to propel me where I'm going. Okay. And I think that's where you get the most. Organic, but yet genuine storylines.
Yes, it's more authentic.
Yeah, it is. And when I'm looking at this play, it's typical to say, you low down dirty man and dirty ass man and all that. But when you're writing with balance like that, when you can understand from different perspectives, because it's very, very important to continue to write like that, because that will separate you from this stereotypical norm. And and I don't want to get off into that, but but congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So at your next play, tell us about this one right here. Let's take a quick look, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I'm just running her trailers. That's what I'm doing.
Lord, please let my mommy and daddy be together forever.
Actually, that's the same play.
Lord, you said in Jeremiah 17:9.
Yeah.
The heart
that
is
was the
deceitful
DVD you just saw. This is the trailer.
Oh, okay.
And desperately wicked. Who can know it? God, I need your help.
But it still was a blessing. This is the first trailer I directed.
Lord, please help me.
I don't care what happens. You better fix it.
I love you, but you're moving too fast.
Why don't you try loving yourself?
damn, I can't keep competing with the voices in your head.
What's wrong with you?
Sometimes pain, it makes you snap.
Daddy, no!
The entertainment team at Janae Entertainment presents Jay McClain's dramatic stage play, The Last Cry.
Wow, okay, all right.
you
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
You so silly.
Jay, you've gotten 3 applauses.
That's a good thing.
I've never given out 3 applauses.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, look at you.
God.
Look at
Favor.
you. What? All right, so I guess what's important right now is to begin the conversation about where do you your projectile, where do you see yourself? What would you like to ultimately wind up doing?
Ultimately, I would like to definitely do films that speak about our stories.
Yeah.
are true, authentic stories. I would like to be the first playwright to erase. I won't say erase. That's not a good word. That would clean up some of the reality TV that's on TV right now.
Clean it up?
Clean it up. And when I say clean it up, meaning that stories that are so powerful that it's not even really needed anymore.
Right.
Not to the level that it is now. Because I'm not knocking it. It's entertaining. I enjoy it just like everybody else. But it's just so much story. It's so many stories that need to be told on that airtime that they're getting. That we can tell stories that are meaningful, that can change lives of people.
Substantive.
Instead of just being entertained. You need something in this day and age, in these times, you need something to change the inner you. To make you check yourself, make you take a look. And people always come to me every time I do a stage play. They always say, man, you always do something to make me look at myself.
Wow. And that's great. I think most great playwrights or writers, period, it's that inner reflection. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Where you analyze where I'm at in my life and what I've been through. All of those are really, really good. When it's just, I think a lot of it's over the top. I've always personally produced with a spirit of excellence. You know, the drama, you know, I'm not being too, listen, if that's your thing, I'm happy for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm really trying to produce with a level of excellence. And I see that the conversation that we're having is impressive to me because it's a deeper look at Jay McClain. And it's a little bit deeper, and I like this, you know, seeing the trailer. So your next play, tell me about your next play. It's called Devin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Devin, you know, people always talk about this, you know, everybody's not spiritual.
Right.
Everybody's not religious. Everybody don't believe in God. Everybody get their own thing they believe in. And Devin is kind of like that wake-up call to let you know that there is something else out there other than just the universe, as some people call it. Yeah, and that thing that's out there can potentially have you in a position in life that you never thought you would be in because you think you're securing God, or you think you're securing Buddha, or you think you're securing you or the universe or whatever it is that you believe in. But you know, I always tell people I am a believer that when I've heard that cliche, the greatest thing the devil ever did was to make people believe he didn't exist. Devin's gonna make you believe that he does.
Wow.
In more ways than one, and it's not a religious play. It's not a spirit. It's one of them. The things that's gonna occur, people are gonna walk away like, she did that on stage.
Wow. Really?
Yes.
So Devin is a mess.
Yes, Devin is something else.
Is he a hot mess?
Yes, he is, absolutely.
He's a hot
and
mess.
And it's so funny because the way I wrote when I wrote Devin, I had to have a person with a certain look. They had to have, of course, some acting chops.
Gotcha.
And they could pull him off in a way that people would forget that they're at a play.
Right. And that's,
transcendent. Like, you would sit there and be like, oh, almost.
Yeah.
And
the sign of great acting is a couple things for me. You first you forget that you're watching someone acting, and two, of course, you hate that person. You know, if you can walk away really with a disdain for somebody, the actor, that means he did a great job. And then, of course, when you forget that you're actually watching a person who's acting, and that persona, that character is real. Yeah, it's deep. I like that. Yeah. So Devin is a hot mess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who are some of the other characters, without naming any names? Who are some of the main characters that help drive that story?
We have a lady named Keena, who's Devin's wife.
Okay.
Her best friend, which is Diana.
Okay.
We have Sister Mitchell.
Sister Mitchell. I could tell already.
and what's so funny, everybody think it's one of those typicals, and you definitely not what you. I never write. Anybody that go to my place will tell you I never write what you expect.
You can't. Okay, so I can't.
You know,
sit
people
there
going
and
to the
tell
play
what
and they always say, "Oh, I can figure this out." They always walk away. I have these 4 ladies that come to every play I go.
Wow.
They've been to the last 7 plays, and they walk away saying, "You make me sick."
Wow.
Because every time I think I figured your play out, you. What is just?
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes.
That's a
so
good,
I never write plays that you can just. Okay,
Right.
he finna come out the door.
Exactly.
She left. Oh, it's his daddy. Or it's his no.
See, now I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a great deal. So it's.
But that's life though, Skeeter, if you think about it.
Well, it is. But
So I try to do real life stuff. In life.
But then if it's real life stuff, then why do we? And so I don't want to go off really deep into the relationship aspect and the perception of people and how, all men are this, all men are that. See, I don't like watching or reading or seeing this typical play where, the black man is, or you know what I'm saying, the black man is no good and sold out his mama to ran and went to jail and beat the woman and and kicked
None
the
of that
dog.
is in the play.
Yeah.
None of that is in that.
Can we just have something where a play where a guy is just misunderstood or a guy is a victim of circumstance as opposed to okay, good.
I actually wrote a monologue that Michigan Chronicle also did a big story on. This was a year ago. His Story, the Black Man Monologues.
Wow.
It's called His Story, the Black
Black
Man
Man
Monologue. And I did the monologues. I took somewhat the concept from vagina monologues, but I did skits with each monologue.
Gotcha.
So one of the production people that worked on Chirac with Spike Lee was at the play.
Okay.
So I'm still talking to them about it.
Good.
And they was like, I've never seen, this is something you need to see. And it was 14 monologues from 14 different type of black men in our community.
Gotcha.
And their stories. Not the baby father, not the baby mama.
Wow.
The husband that's not being respected.
Gotcha.
The man.
Can you write from that perspective?
When I wrote it, people kept saying, so what guy helped you write this? And I said, nobody.
Wow.
They was like, you lying. A man had to help you. I said, no. Wayne State University purchased the play, so we did it for their students last year.
See, and that's really the kind of writing that when you advance yourself, and I mean in not just you, but I'm talking about in general. When you advance yourself in terms of writing and you're taking it to the different level, and that you're appealing, emotionally, but you're also appealing intellectual to people who like to actually sit there and say, okay, this is real life.
Absolutely.
This is how a person really feels, how a person really reacts, not way over the top. And not everybody's that stereotypical guy.
No, they're not. There's some good men out here. It's like, we got them on both sides. Yeah. And I write like that because I have 2 sons. Right. So my sons can't see. I'm not gonna write different plays that's always about against men when I have 2 sons that I've raised.
Exactly.
So I write like I said, my plays is getting on everybody. We all need a check sometimes, even the woman.
This is true.
Yes.
I don't want to talk about me. I just want to talk about you. So Devin, when is this play coming out? When can people expect, and where will it be? Do you have an idea yet?
Yes, Charles Wright Museum.
Charles Wright Museum. Let's get some dates out there.
Definitely.
Do you have any?
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. We're gonna put this in post too.
Okay.
This is going live right now.
Okay.
But we'll put this in post as well. So this is Valentine's Day 2018.
Yeah, Wednesday. On a Wednesday. It's my first time doing a midweek stage play, so this is new for me as well.
Okay.
But I wanted to do it on Valentine's Day.
The Charles H. Wright Museum.
Yes, I like the theater and I like the concept of the play because it's such an intimate theater, and the way I wrote the play, it fits it.
Okay, so we'll make sure that people know about that Charles H. Wright Museum.
Yeah, 2 shows, Day. 5 p.m. and 8 p.m.
2 shows, 5 p.m., 8 p.m.
Yes.
Devin. I'm gonna tell you a story about that name after the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jay McClain, ladies and gentlemen, Jay McClain. All right. That's the 4th one. I think we have another trail. I just want to look at everybody at home. This woman right here is a writer. She's a playwright. I'm excited for you because I love to see people who actually have consciousness in their play. So Let's see what we have right here. What is this?
What do you do when your relationship just can't escape the drama? Saturday, October 17th, sweetest day at the Akron Civic Theater. Come witness the brand new inspirational stage play. It's Jay McClain's The Lies They Told.
Yo, check it out, Akron, Ohio. It's your main man, Carl Payne. October 17th, Sweeties Day, baby.
It's your girl, Tamika Scott from the R&B group Escape.
Akron, Ohio. Come see me and Nesby.
This is Zanye.
Hey, this is comedian the great Bo Lamb from HBO Bad Boys of Comedy.
Hello, Akron, Ohio. This is playwright Jay McClain, and I'm bringing you my new stage play, The Lies They Told. This is an inspirational dramedy that you don't want to miss.
We have an amazing cast. We getting it in.
Tickets on sale now. Available at the box office or Ticketmaster. Saturday, October 17th, sweetest day at the Akron Civic Theater. It's Jay McClain's inspirational stage play, The Lies They Told.
Boom! I'm going to give you a record. That's a record, fifth one, ladies and gentlemen. That is a record.
That's a record.
On Real Talk. That is a record.
Thank you.
You know, I want everybody who's watching this and who will watch this in the future, you guys, when you hear the name Jay McClain and you hear her play, don't just think about supporting. Please, just go out and support. You know, Absolutely. If you even purchase a ticket, just purchase a ticket and give it to someone who might want to go. Because what we're witnessing, and I believe that we're witnessing someone who is phenomenal and who's going to be doing this for a long time. She won an award at age 10.
Yes.
It's crazy. So
the truth, though.
Yeah. Wow. So I can't wait for Devin. I'm looking forward to that. So now, talk quickly about Tyler Perry. Anybody like below Tyler Perry that have inspired you to write? You know, just an inspiration.
Well, my inspiration to write would probably be my grandmother.
Your grandmother. I love that, though.
She's passed on, but she, to me, was the greatest gift that God has ever gave me.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, why is that?
Because she was just she taught me unconditional love. I didn't know what that was until she showed it to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, my mom was there. Don't get me wrong. Right. My mother was there as well. But my grandmother taught me unconditional love. And no matter what went on in my life, she was like, I love you no matter what. Wow. And she just was such an inspiration. And my aunt also told me one day, me and my aunt, we never got along when I was a kid. We still don't get along now. But she always said, when you get frustrated, why don't you just get a book, a journal, and write stuff down?
Wow.
And I was 7 when she told me that. So from 7 years old, I just started journaling, and it went from there. When I started out, I started writing letters to God about whatever I felt I was going through in my life. And the letters to God turned my writing into little small skits and small little plays and small little stories that, I got.
Did you stack it and you put them together later on?
No, I just still got them. Like from when I was a kid, just stacks of writing.
Keep those.
Yep, I still got them.
That's a great story. It's an absolutely great story.
Yeah, but it's really, and I'm not saying that I don't respect the even the Michigan Midwest playwrights, but as far as inspiration, now I will say this: I don't know if he's listening. It's an actor named Rodney D. Story, and he was the first and the only person in this industry in Detroit, Michigan, who reached out, helped me, supported me, and taught me how to direct, taught me how to put on a show. So Rodney, if you listening, my hat's off to you. He was definitely an inspiration. He was the main person who really helped me do this. I knew how to write, but I didn't know nothing about putting on the show, the stage, the production, the set. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's more than a notion, isn't it?
Shout out to you, Rodney D. Story, if you're watching.
Rodney, thank you so much. Well, listen, Jay McClain, it is absolutely a pleasure.
Thank you.
We have to do this again, and I'm very impressed by you.
Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the only one, Jay McClain, thank you so much.
See y'all later.
Thank you.